Danny, great to see you. Impressed or depressed with the Bears showing against the Niners last night?
Wildly entertained.
That's for sure. Yeah.
I'll tell you that. They're the most entertaining team in football. Anyone who's depressed, I think, is missing the forest through the trees there. Like, the defense is very disappointing, especially, Jalen Johnson is out there. Montez Sweat is out there. Tremaine Edmonds is out there. First and second round picks are out there. Like, highly paid players are out there. The defense specifically is disappointing. I think that's totally fair in your analysis. But the Bears can win shootouts. Like, you put the qualifiers on scoring 38 or more, just remove the qualifiers. It's only the second time since I've been alive that the Bears have scored 38 or more in a loss. 2013 against Washington, they scored 41 in a loss. And then last night, you've got to go back to the 1950s for the last time the Bears scored 38 and lost the game. I mean, you probably remember because you were, in your 20th year covering the team back then. But they won a game this year 47-42. And then they lost the game this year, scoring 38 points. Like, the Bears can win shootouts. That is a good thing. So I don't know if it's impressive, but it's exciting, and it bodes very well, I think, for the future.
I never thought I would hear that in my lifetime, that the Bears could win shootouts, coming from what I've seen over the years, going back to Abe Gibran, Jack Pardee, Neil Armstrong. All right, I want to go back to the game. What did you think of the play calling at the end, especially the final two plays?
Listen, I mean, I think the hook and ladder is an amazing play if it works, and it didn't because it didn't score a touchdown, and then you had to spike the ball. I think the fact that they didn't have that much time left at the end, given that they had crossed the 50-yard line with over a minute left and all three timeouts, like, that's probably not an idealized version of clock management. Like, you don't want to have to use a timeout when the clock is stopped before that fourth down play to back it up even further, right? You want to be using your timeouts there for time situations. Now, obviously, it's okay to do it because you need to convert the fourth down, but I think Ben Johnson would, if he's being honest, would say that wasn't an A+ execution for the last 70 seconds of that game. And then the final play call, he says that he got it in late. I'll take his word for it, but that's bad. It looks bad, Frank. I mean, full stop. And if you go back and watch it, Lou, the Niners only rushed 2, and one of the pass rushers had a free run on Caleb, and he had to escape it. Like, they literally dropped 9 in coverage. So Caleb should have had all day and more than that in order to throw, and he still needed to do some heroics. So they got the play call in late. They didn't fully get set correctly, and then the blocking scheme was clearly off because there should never be a free rusher when the other team's only rushing 2. So, yeah, definitely disappointing and definitely some things to clean up. But again, I didn't lose much sleep over it.
Yeah, neither did I, but I'm glad you brought up all really good points there, especially on that final play. All right, here's what I've learned about Ben Johnson. It's this. The Bears are going to be better the next time it happens because I'm sure today he's looking at the video of what you just talked about, those last couple of plays, and is just pulling his own hair out, upset at himself, for getting in the play too late and actually having his quarterback rush to the line of scrimmage. I thought Williams was great in the game, especially in the pocket. First time this season he threw for over 300 yards. Previous 8 games, though, opposing quarterbacks against that Niners defense were having their way. So 330 yards, it really didn't surprise me. I had him throwing over for 300 yards in my bowl prediction segment in our pregame show. But I was really impressed with his work in the pocket. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think Caleb was great. I think he was spectacular. I would grade him an A for the game. And I'm with you. One of my favorite bets of the season was over 51 points for the over-under in this game. The Niners defense came in as the 12th ranked scoring defense in the league, but they hadn't really played any good offenses other than the Rams, who put up 42 on them since they'd sustained all of these injuries. They were 26th in completion percentage against, 29th in passer rating against. They were dead last in sacks. Like, they're not a good defense. So I was happy to see that the Bears and Caleb picked them apart. And yes, I agree from the pocket. And that's without Rome Odunze. obviously. I thought Luther Burden was spectacular. I thought Colston Loveland was spectacular. But even more so than that game last night, like when we're talking Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson said they're going to be playing their best ball at the end of the year. Since November, they're 7-2. Caleb Williams has 16 passing touchdowns against 2 interceptions. That's fifth best it's the fifth most touchdowns. It's the second fewest interceptions. Like, he's got the second best touchdown to interception ratio. He's got 4 fourth quarter comebacks in that time. Like, Caleb Williams is consistently playing really good ball. He's had bad moments, right? The end of that first Packers game is a bad moment. He's been inconsistent at times, but like in the aggregate, when you zoom out, Caleb Williams has been excellent now for about 2 months.
Yeah, you can't win them all. And I loved one of your tweets. You loved his work on that free play when he drew San Fran offsides.
Oh, I don't imagine I'm alone on that one. Like that was incredible. Like the game is clearly slowing down for him, right? Like Aaron Rodgers' superpower was the hard count and getting those guys to jump offside, but then also making the play after it happens. But like, you've got to have a level of comfort and familiarity out there in order to do it. And to your point, some of that is that the Niners defense isn't good, but some of it is that Caleb Williams is getting better. Like, he's getting better right before our eyes. So, you lost. You're not going to be the 1 seed. It's a bummer. I wish they would have, but it's okay. They can still do a lot of damage in the postseason. 100%.
Niners offense came in, it was averaging what? Over 34 points a game over the last 5 since Purdy's come back after that toe injury. Numbers they posted on the Bears, Danny, last night, they were ridiculous. Almost 500 total yards. They were perfect in the red zone, 5 for 5. I'm worried about the Bears defense because at this point in the season, there's not much you can do with what you have.
Yeah, the Bears defense is bad. It's bad. It's a bad defense, period. Like, it's just, they are opportunistic and they get takeaways. And so that is very good. Like, you can maybe bend but don't break, but they're not good. Like, and again, what's discouraging about the fact that they're not good is we can't even use injuries as an excuse anymore. Like, for the offseason, the offensive side of the ball questions are going to be, what type of leap can Caleb Williams make in year 3 in the NFL, year 2 under Ben Johnson? Like, that's like a pretty straightforward conversation, right? Offensive improvement is going to come from like continuity and the guys on the team getting better. Defensively, like, is Tremaine Edmonds on this team next year? Is defensive tackle or defensive end a bigger upgrade? Like, should you get cheaper and reallocate some resources to that front 7? Are you fast enough defensively? Like, it's alarming that with Brisker and Jalen and Edmonds and Edwards and Sweat and Dexter, and like, these are 2nd-round picks. These are guys in their athletic prime. These are guys on big contracts. They're all out there last night and they're getting torched. Like, they got some tough answers in the offseason for their defense, no doubt.
Right. Before the offseason, come on, man, they've got to put pressure on quarterbacks like Jared Goff on Sunday and Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. How are they going to do it?
They won't. That's why I guess that's my point. Like, I have no reason to believe that all of a sudden that is going to just start happening. Like, I don't think that Austin Booker is going to become great, or that like Grady Jarrett's going to find the fountain of youth, or that Montez Sweat is going to become Myles Garrett for 4 games. Like, I think for the rest of this season, unfortunately, the defense is going to give up points. You're going to need to rely on your offense to carry you, and maybe you'll get some takeaways. Like, the pick 6 at the beginning of the game is great. Like, that is a highly impactful play that the defense made in that spot. So they can be opportunistic, but I would not be holding my breath that they're going to like rush the passer and sack Jordan Love 5 times in the 2-7 game. Like, that I do not think that's on the table.
All right, Bears need to beat the Lions to win that 2 seed and the chance to host a couple of January games at Soldier Field in the playoffs. So there's plenty at stake. Danny, how long would you play Caleb Williams and the starters against Detroit Sunday?
Until the game is in question, the whole game. Like, I know that will be a topic this week. I will be floored if Ben Johnson sits anybody that isn't hurt. I will be shocked by it. And it's not because Caleb needs 4,000 yards, and it's not because the Lions are Ben Johnson's former team, and it's not because the Lions embarrassed the Bears in week 2. The difference between the 2 seed and the 3 seed is you can host the NFC Championship game if the 1 seed loses. It's like 2 playoff games at home versus 3 playoff games at home versus 1 playoff game at home. Like it is significant. If you are the 3 seed, overwhelmingly likely you're playing 1 playoff game at home. If you're the 2 seed, you're getting at least 2. But if you're the 2 seed, you could get 3. So I think it's like a fairly obvious, straightforward thing here, and they're going to try to win the football game. Now, if someone is 50-50 to play because of injury, that's a different conversation. But like I will be shocked if we see Tyson Bagent in this game when the game is in doubt.
Yeah, and that, knowing Johnson, I'm riding with you. Did the Bears show you last night that they can beat any team, anywhere, make a run at the Super Bowl? And, you know, we ran the Parkins playoff meter during this season. How about the Parkins Super Bowl-O-Meter?
Oh, fun. Listen, I did the stat on First Things First last week that heading into week 17, there were more teams 11-4 and better than any season in NFL history.
Wow.
So it to me, it is objectively more wide open than any year ever. There are more good teams. Then the best teams have flaws. Like the Eagles are the champs. The Eagles are going to be the 3 or the 2 seed. They had 0 completed passes in the second half yesterday. And that's the second time this year that's happened to them. So like the good teams are flawed, even if it's just the flaws like inexperience. That's a real thing. Like maybe Drake May isn't as good in the postseason. That's a real thing that happens to quarterbacks. So I'll put a number on it. Like the Bears have a 20% chance to play for the Super Bowl.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
I'll put it there. It's obviously the defense is probably going to be their undoing at this point, but yes, they absolutely can make it.
I like it. 20%, I'll take
it.
Yeah,
I'm just being realistic, but just look at, name a team, and I can give you a real, like the Rams. I think they're probably the top to bottom best team in the league. They're going to have to go on the road the whole playoffs. Okay, well then you can lose. Like the Niners could be the 1 seed. Their defense is bad. The Seahawks could easily be the 1 seed. Sam Darnold has never won a big game ever. There are real the Packers serious injury problems now to that team, and their defense is getting thrashed since Micah Parsons has been hurt. Like who is scary? Like who is a flawless team in the NFL right now? Nobody.
Heck, Jalen Hurts didn't even have a passing yard in the second half the other day. I mean, you're right. Everyone's got warts. Let me give you a wrap up. Getting ready for the playoffs, it's new for most of this team. I mean, Ben Johnson's never thought about it as a head coach. And of the 11 Bears starters on offense, just 2 have ever won a division title. More experience on defense. You've got 7 guys that have been part of a division champion. But really, for the most part, this is uncharted territory. Does the inexperience worry you at all?
It's a thing. I think it's a thing. Like we've seen Lamar Jackson be worse in the postseason consistently than he is in the regular season. There's something to it. Like Josh Allen is as good as he is in the regular season or better in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is as good as he in the regular season or better in the playoffs. Like some guys are the same, some guys get worse, and you don't know until you get there. And then when you get there and it happens one way or the other, you can't even really make a determination off that because it's just one game. So the Bears could lose to the Packers in a nightmare scenario at home at the 7-2 matchup, and it'll be like, what the hell do we make of this thing? Or they can go on a run and be in the Super Bowl. Like I don't know that that's a cop-out. Like I really do think it's that wide open, and it's what's been fun about it.
Yeah, let's just ride it, right?
Yeah, and again, this is like not the hottest take in the world, but like the season is already a huge success.
Yes.
Like the Bears should have their coach and quarterback for the next 10 years. And like legitimately, if you just have 2 seconds, I'll leave you with this. It might already be, Lou, the best Bears offense in the history of the franchise. This is from my guy, Troy, who's my researcher here at First Things First. Most points per game for the Bears since 2013. Most yards per game for the Bears since 2013. Most rushing touchdowns for the Bears since 1990. Fewest turnovers for the Bears in the history of their franchise. Most explosive plays for the Bears in a season in the history of their franchise. So it's one of the best offenses in the history of this franchise with a first-year head coach and a second-year quarterback. The future is very bright.
For guys like you and I, we're playing with house money, right?
Yeah, exactly. So just enjoy it. Enjoy it. This is a good thing that's happening.
I enjoy every time you're on with me. Thanks, Danny. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. Thank you, sir.